Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we've got an absolutely ridiculous replay. This is easily the best match I've ever had in a destroyer. And you guys know that I'm not exactly a destroyer captain, but every once in a while I'll jump in there, and I've been trying to get through the Benson and get to the Fletcher so that we can finally finish off the American tech tree completely. And so in doing so, I took out the Benson. Now, this wasn't the video I had planned. I actually have another video planned for you guys for tomorrow. I was going to do it today if I didn't get another video, but then this happened, and I felt like this kind of trumped it. So, hope you guys are ready, because let's just put it this way. The fish are going to be swimming. This is absolutely ridiculous. So, right off the bat, you notice that they have one destroyer against them. 3 cruisers, and everything else is battleships. And not just battleships, but big, healthy battleships that have quite the profile. And the Benson, while it's not the most preferable as just a straight torpedo boat, sometimes it can be absolutely devastating. And by sometimes, I mean, when you're against a bunch of battleships, this thing is absolutely devastating. It has guns that are very, very good, and that helps it against cruisers and helps it against destroyers. Now, it isn't quite as easy to get rid of cruisers with this as it was early on with the Farragut and the Mahan. You know, you can definitely do it, but it's not as easy. So we're going to go ahead and put our first set of torpedoes out. Now, the Benson gets two torpedo turrets with 5 torpedoes each. So it can launch 10 torpedoes every time it wants to. And the fact that it gets 10 torpedoes, and then you take on top of that the fact that this thing literally has pretty decent torpedoes for an American. Oh no, it's an Iowa, and he's sailing kind of slow. Let's throw some torpedoes out there and turn away because we are too close and we are being detected. I go ahead, I drop my smoke, and we hit our engine boost, and we're trying to get out of there. Now, surely, after being detecting a destroyer in your midst, you're not going to continue sailing in a straight line, am I right? Like, generally speaking, as a battleship captain myself, if I see a destroyer, I'm going the other direction. But as you just saw, we've got 5 hits now. 6 technically. We just got 5 on one person, so we hit an entire salvo on somebody. Now, to his credit, it wasn't the guy that I thought I hit. Like, I was aiming at the guy that spotted me, and unfortunately, the other guy just happened to catch him. Or maybe it was the same guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But either way, he just ate a whole bunch of fish. And the Iowa that's on this side ate 1. So, you know, not bad. We get 6 out of our first 10. That's a 60% hit rate. That's pretty decent. And so we're just waiting. Now, the Benson does get a really, really long reload time. Now, I should say, this build is not meant to be a torpedo build. This is a gun build. I have built my Benson because it's an American destroyer around the guns. And so, with that being said, my torpedo reload time could be probably lower. I don't know. I haven't tried that. Though I'm thinking about it after this match, because this was ridiculous. So we get our first salvo back, and we go ahead and launch it against the Iowa that's off in the distance. And we go ahead and launch the second set, just in case he decides to manage to miss the first one. We'll go ahead and hit him with the second, hopefully. Or, as Bolvi likes to say, you throw enough stuff at somebody, some of it's going to stick, right? So, that's the goal. That's the goal. Just keep, every time we reload these torpedoes, we're going to be putting them after somebody. And so, I've got a nice little pattern here. I've got a nice little place that I can go around behind the island. I don't have to worry about getting shot. As long as I stay outside of detection, everything will be fine. And, as the Iowa proves once again, battleship players sailing in straight lines is an absolute stupid move. You know a destroyer's here. he has already torped you once, and you run right into it again. But it's okay, because we've only managed to hit 3 separate Iowas with our torpedoes so far, and we're up to 9 torpedo hits with 76,000 damage already. And at this point, I'm going, guys, don't worry, I'm going to take out these Iowas solo, I guess. I'm just going to try to torp everybody because they're allowing it. Now here I kind of make a bit of a mistake. I underestimate how long it'll take me to get back around, and because of that, I'm not loaded yet, and now I'm detected. That's not preferable, because I don't get my smoke back yet, I don't get my engine boost back yet, and now I'm sitting in front of 2, possibly 3 Iowas in a second. Now I'm in front of 3 Iowas, and I'm not able to shoot at any of them. Well, I could shoot at them, but I don't want to shoot my guns, because shooting my guns is a bad play, because it means they can see me from a lot further away. And so we're about to get our torpedoes, our second set, back again, and we go ahead and throw them out there as well. Now, we are being shot by 3 Iowas, so it's time to bug out. And just as we get out of here, he manages to knock out my steering, but I immediately fixed it, and we just kind of turn tail and run. The fact that they're shooting us with armor piercing is definitely preferable, but as you can see, it's still pretty phenomenally bad. And we get the Iowa down there to next to no health here. Watch him. He's about to take some more torpedoes. He hadn't had enough yet. So he's going to take a couple more here. And it leaves him on no health. And I'm like, alright, I caused flooding. He'll die. Or maybe he won't. So then I go ahead and I'm like, screw it. I'm shooting my guns. And I launch 1 salvo of high explosive in his general direction. And down he goes. So we managed to take him out. Now that Iowa in the center of the map has bigger problems right now. And our Miyoko has thought, it's, this guy has pretty much torped these guys into oblivion. I'll jump up there and I will do some work. Except, you're in a cruiser. Cruisers versus battleships in the same situation I was just in don't tend to survive. Especially against Iowas. And down goes our Miyoko. Now, we're sitting on easily my best game already. 105,000 damage with 13 torpedo hits. It's pretty ridiculous, if you ask me. And we ain't even really had to use the gun. I mean, we did use the gun and we got the kill, but we haven't really had to use the guns. And so we got this guy sailing across the center of the map. It's going to take my torpedoes about 50 seconds to reach the target. Surely this Iowa is not going to sail in a straight line, knowing how having me being spotted for so long. Surely he's not going to sit there and sail in a straight line and eat some torpedoes. Right? Right? Because the Iowa's so overpowered, guys. It's definitely not the people that's controlling it. Battleship captains, you've got to learn to use your brains once in a while. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll take it. Especially considering that's 3 good hits right there. And so we're up to 16 hits with torpedoes. And he's got no health left. Well, I don't want to waste torpedoes on him, so I go ahead and start shooting at him. Maybe not the best move in the world, considering I only have 4,000 health. So, yeah, luckily, our Iowa finishes him off. And so, with that in mind, we have some unfinished business with this old Iowa over here on the left. Now, again, as we've already stated multiple times, if you've already been torped for over half of your health because you didn't pay attention to the fact that there's a destroyer that's hunting you, and that's what the destroyers are. Destroyers are hunters. The only better hunter than a destroyer is a submarine, and they're not in the game. So, assume that you're going to be torped at any moment when you're in a battleship, especially considering I'm keeping you spotted and you can't see me. If I can see you, I can torp you. Do you understand? So we go ahead and we launch torpedoes. Now, I didn't wait this time. I went ahead and launched both salvos because I'm assuming this guy is going to be stupid enough, because he hasn't proven any other at this point, to sail in a straight line, and he's going to get torped into oblivion. What I wasn't counting on was the fact that my teammate in the Iowa behind me that I'm sailing straight towards is going to engage this Iowa, and that's going to make this Iowa turn towards him to kind of bow tank him, as he's doing right now. And because of that, that completely screws up my engagement. Which is a shame, because this engagement right here could have won us the match. Now you say right now, well, what do you mean, Spartan? There's no way that that engagement, had you hit those torpedoes, could have won you the match. There's 3 ships left after that. No. You'll see very, very, very shortly what I'm saying. And now, by the fact that I'm saying could have won us the match, you're probably assuming that I lose the match, which is, in all fairness, potentially what happens. You don't know, you'll have to watch to the end. And you want to see how much damage I end up racking up on these battleships because they're stupid. Now, don't get me wrong. I know what you're thinking. But Spartan, you're a battleship captain. You get torpedoed all the time. Yes, I get torpedoed when I'm stupid. I admit it. I do get torped. I just got torped in the when I was with Bolvi the other day. You guys saw it. I took 7 out of 8 torpedoes because I just lost focus for a minute, got tunnel visioned, and absolutely got myself wrecked. And maybe that's what these guys could consider what happens. And then I realized these guys are on a collision course, and I'm like, really? So this Iowa has no health left. Maybe I should have launched torpedoes, but they're on a collision course for good reason. And I just assume that they're going to die. And am I wrong? Wait for it. And down they go. Now, their Colorado has just finished off one of our guys, and our Iowa rams their Iowa, killing them both. So, right now, we are losing the match. But, it's a 2v2. We've still got an Iowa left. Unfortunately, our Iowa's pressed up against the side of the map for whatever reason. It happens. I've been there, done that. It's annoying, but it happens. And I've got a Colorado out here. Now, the Colorado has a spotter plane. I'm trying to approach, and the destroyer's worst nightmare is planes and sonar. Okay? Or radar, whatever you want to call it. Whatever it is when a cruiser can pop it and see you through mountains. I think it's radar, technically. But you notice this Colorado is like, I'm not going to be played by this destroyer like everybody else. I'm going to turn 180 degrees. Except, I'm not in position to torp you yet, so when you made your move, you kind of just screwed yourself and you don't even know it. So he's lost a lot of momentum. He's at 7 kilometers out. I've got to be very careful. I don't want to be seen launching torpedoes. So I just sneak up, launch my torpedoes. I'm within range of being able to reach out and touch him. So I try to turn away and I get detected. Unfortunate, but it is the thing. So he detects me, he starts looking and shooting at me immediately, and we manage to dodge all but one of the rounds, which is preferable. If you're gonna try to turn away, sometimes you do yourself more harm than good, and you end up catching more rounds. But those torpedoes look like they're on a pretty decent collision course, and that Colorado is soon to be having a very bad day. Now again, he tried to make me miss the torpedoes. Unfortunately, you gotta do more than just one turn and pray that I don't decide to shoot you. And with 4 more hits, we're now at 20 torpedo hits for the match. And right now I'm thinking, okay, well, if I get these things loaded again, I can finish this guy off, that'll give us the points lead, and we will win the match. So that's all I'm thinking. And about this point, I say, hey, make sure that whatever you're doing over there, Iowa, you don't die, because I know I can kill this guy. I know I can kill this guy. He's not doing anything to make me miss, and surely I can carry our team to a victory. I've tried really hard, and as you can see, there's a few people in chat, and they all watched the channel, which was pretty cool. They got to see me have literally my best game in a destroyer ever. So that doesn't happen very often when I'm in chat with you. And of course, our Iowa goes down, making this unwinnable. There's not enough time to cap the circle, and this Colorado, even though I can kill him, we launched the first set behind where we should, and we launched the second set on where we should. just to make sure that if he does try to slow down, oh my god, he just about killed me. 1,000 hit points left, but the fish are in the water, and the chum is just sitting there going, oh god. Oh god, there's a wall of skill inbound, turn hard to part. Slow down, it's too late, sunshine. Go back to the port, baby. Wait for it. Pow! And the flooding gets him. And we end up with 23 torpedo hits, 2 kills, and a whopping 178,000 damage in a destroyer. While bottomed here. That's a pretty good game if you ask me. So what do you guys think about this? I know I'm not a destroyer captain. I know that was mostly the fact that the enemy was completely goofy in the fact that they just had no other way to sail except in a straight line. But good positioning equals good rewards when torpedoes are involved. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.